The cinema lobby was chaos, velvet ropes, flashing cameras, and a line of guests snaking out the door. Tonight was the premiere of a new action blockbuster, and the staff was stretched thin. Mr. Rios, the manager, stood stiffly at the podium, scanning the crowd. "Who are these two?" he muttered, watching the tall, muscular brothers strut in with designer suits and oversized sunglasses. Elisa, practically bouncing beside him, whispered, "That's Tate and Carson Morgan. They moved here from the States years ago. Influencers, streamers, podcasters, boxers, and now pro wrestlers. They're huge." Mr. Rios frowned. "Influencers?" "Bah!" Alex leaned in, smirking. "Tate's the older one, married. Carson's single. They're everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, boxing rings, wrestling arenas, you name it." Elisa sighed dreamily. "Carson is so cute." Mr. Rios rolled his eyes. "Fine, VIP treatment, but don't let them distract you from the real guests." Camila balanced a tray of drinks, weaving through the crowd until she reached the Morgans' reserved seats. Tate smiled politely, his wife beside him. Carson leaned forward, tapping the armrest. "Hey, look at the screen," he said. Camila glanced up. The movie cut to a quick cameo, Carson throwing a punch in a nightclub scene. Carson grinned. "So, be honest, do I have Hollywood potential?" Camila tilted her head. "Honestly, stick to boxing." Tate chuckled, his wife covering her mouth to hide a laugh. Carson's grin faltered, then returned with forced bravado. As the premiere wound down, Carson approached Camila again, lowering his voice. "You're sharp, I like that. Can I get your number?" Elisa, watching from across the lobby, froze in jealousy. Camila shook her head politely. "I'm underage. I wouldn't want to get you in trouble." Carson blinked, then nodded respectfully. "Fair enough." He walked away, leaving Elisa fuming. Alex, lurking nearby, caught the whole exchange. He immediately pulled out his phone and messaged Hector. "Bro, Carson Morgan just hit on Camila." The next day, the cinema was quieter, but the buzz lingered. Hector clocked in, spotting Camila behind the concession stand. "So, Carson Morgan, huh?" he said casually. Camila rolled her eyes. "It was nothing, just a goofy anecdote. He was polite, stopped as soon as he realized I was underage." She narrowed her eyes. "Wait, how do you know about this?" Hector shrugged. "Everyone's talking about it. Rich influencers in Puerto Rico. It's unavoidable." Camila smirked. "Are you jealous?" Hector shook his head quickly. "No." "That would be weird," she said. "We're just friends." He nodded. "Exactly." But as Hector walked away, the words echoed in his head. Just friends. And for the first time, he wondered if that was enough. The cinema lights dimmed as the last guests left, but outside by the loading dock, chaos reigned. Camila spotted Alex, Hector, and Elkie wrestling with a massive cardboard display from the Chronicles of the Crimson Sorcerer. 3. The final spellbind. The sorcerer's crimson cape flapped dramatically in the night breeze, nearly toppling the whole structure. "Camila!" Hector called, sweat dripping down his forehead. "Give us a hand. Mr. Rios said I could keep this. I'm putting it in my room." Camila dropped her bag and grabbed one side. Together, they heaved the display onto the back of Elkie's rattling pickup truck. After a few bungee cords and Elkie's questionable knots, the display was secured. The drive to Hector's house was filled with laughter and Alex's complaints about how this thing weighs more than his dignity. At Hector's house, the four of them carried the display through the narrow hallway, bumping into walls and nearly knocking over a lamp. Hector grinned. "Don't worry, Camila. Andres is at his mom's place for the weekend. Chill." They were greeted by Hector's mother, a warm woman with kind eyes. As the boys struggled to wedge the sorcerer into Hector's room, she gently pulled Camila aside. "It's nice to finally meet you," she said softly. Camila stiffened. "You know who I am?" Hector's mom nodded. "He looks at you in a way that scares me, as a mother. I fear he'll be hurt." She opened a photo album showing pictures of Andres and Hector as boys, playing catch, hugging, smiling like inseparable brothers. "I know Andres did you wrong, but those two were so close. Please don't do anything that brings them apart." She closed the album, then smiled warmly. You're as beautiful as I imagined. No wonder both of my boys liked you so much. Camilla's breath caught. She didn't know what to say. Later, Hector offered to drive her home, but Camila shook her head. You're already home. I'll ride with Elkie. Elkie and Alex piled into the truck with her. As they drove, Camila turned to Elkie. So, how does a guy from Alaska end up in Puerto Rico? Elkie grinned. Came here once as a kid. Fell in love. The people, the community. It felt like home. Plus, no bear attacks. That's a big plus. Camila laughed. Bear attacks? Elkie's face turned serious. A bear ate my cousin. For real. Alex groaned. You've told that story 100 times. They dropped Alex off at his house, then continued toward Camilla's. Elkie glanced at her. Did Hector's mom say something mean? Camila shook her head. No, she was kind. Elkie sighed. It's unfair. People don't want you two hanging out because of something neither of you caused. Camila changed the subject, pointing at the empty cans rattling in his cup holder. How are you even alive after drinking so much of that stuff? Elkie laughed. It's my fuel. They both chuckled as the truck pulled up to her house. Camila stepped out, smiling faintly. The night had been heavy, but Elkie's warmth made it lighter.